I'm going to be working on the clay charms I'm going to be selling at next week's market. So here, as you can see, these are the supplies I'm going to use. I used this clay last year to make my little Kirby figures, and while it worked good for that, I do know that air dry clay does have a reputation of crumbling and just disintegrating over time. So I figured, why don't we just switch over to oven baked clay, at least for, you know, stuff that I'm going to be selling. As for this air dry clay that I have left here, I think I'm just going to continue making little figurines, just like the Kirby ones that I made last year. Not for actual products that I'll be selling, but for little figurines that I make for myself, and will most likely scan into either prints or stickers, just like what I did with the Kirby ones. And then finally, we have this food scale. I'm just going to be using this to measure out the mass of the clay that I'm working on, just to make sure that all the little products that I make are about the same size / weight. Here are the magnets that I am going to be using. Very cheap. I got these, I think, for $2 at Walmart. And it comes with 18 buttons, so that's quite a lot. I may not even use all of these, but if I can make 18 magnets, that'll be awesome. Now, some sculpting items that I'm going to be using are going to be these tools, a rolling pin to flatten out the clay. I also have this book. It's not for reading, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the book down, put the rolling pin here, and then use it like this so that all the clay is flattened to the same thickness. I have a heart-shaped cookie cutter, as well as a shot glass that I'm going to be using for a circular cookie cutter, because I don't have an actual cookie cutter in the shape of a circle. First things first is we're going to soften up the clay, and we do this by kneading it for a while. Soon you'll see it's going to warm up and be very soft and malleable. Right now it's still very hard, so we don't want that. We want to be able to shape the clay and be able to work with it. And this may take a few minutes, depending on the clay that you have. Now that we have our kneaded clay, we're just going to put it here, take our book, just going to clear the area here, and now we roll. Now we can take our cookie cutter and just make our shapes. In this clip, you can see that I'm cutting out a heart shape from the center, but when I did that, the center was too thin, and I was worried the magnet would be too fragile after baking. I came up with another technique. Instead, I would make 2 heart shapes from the clay, stack them on top of each other, then cut out a heart shape from the center of the first layer only. This made things so much easier, and I had more confidence in the strength of the magnets. Here you can see just how easy it is to just peel off the top layer. Next, you'll see I blended the seams between the 2 layers. I started using the bottom of this shot glass to make a uniform center for my magnets. I rolled out some clay into really thin strands and then added it to some of the seams when needed, and of course, I blended it out. And of course, you already know I had to put in some work in between matches, okay? And if you didn't know this, I do stream video games on YouTube and on Twitch. I am planning on having live streams of doing art, so keep an eye out for that.
A strong swing. Yeah, for some reason the vaults are bugs. I don't know why. I fucked up, but we used the Giga Brain move right there, window tech. And now we gotta find their parent because they're lost in aisle 12. Oh my god, we're already at 1 gen? What are we doing? Why are we trying so hard? Now where is a totem? Anybody? Yo, pretend this is like I Spy with my little eye, a totem. Maybe here? Oh my god. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, shit on! Oh, no!
Finally, it's time to paint. It took a few tries to get the perfect shade of brown for my cookies. Remember guys, paint tends to get slightly darker when dry. Hello everybody, it is the day before our market and of course we still have so many things to do, so many things to get through. So many things I need to look over, make sure I finish, you know, putting the finishing touches on some products. And I'm just gonna go over some things that I have for the market. Starting off with these new bucket hats that I made, or these cat beanie bucket hat things. Let me put this on actually. So it's gonna look like this. You see? Ooh, so cute. I try to make my new products be Valentine themed. So whether it be with the color palette or, you know, obviously with like hearts and bows and cute stuff. So I made 3 of these, and I would have made more, but I'll get to that. I'll explain to you guys why I couldn't make more. Here you have the second one, which I have to also put the bows on these. And then we have this last one, which I didn't put the heart in. It's inside the hat. I have to sew it on as well. I just have a lot of things that I have to sew onto my hats and like my other crochet product. Next, I made these Neapolitan hats. I made one of these with alternating colors, pink, brown, white, and then I just made it a second one that's like, instead of the pink and white, it's white and pink. Let me know which one you guys like more. I like this pink one more, where it's like starts off with pink. Tion like this one more, where it's like starting off with white. And I was going to also make more of these, but let me just show you guys. I made a lot of products, or a lot of hats that have brown yarn in it. That nice, beautiful mocha brown yarn. So other than this one brown stripe that we have here, this is the yarn that I had left over. So I had this is probably enough for like one more row. Probably not, honestly not even. I think it's made enough for like half a row. But yesterday I decided to go to Michael's to buy more brown yarn. And then luckily for me, there was no more left. Oh my gosh, that's just my luck. They had no more brown yarn. They did have like another brown color, but it just wasn't the same. Like this color is so pretty. It's like a nice, beautiful chocolatey mocha brown. That's literally the name of the color. It's mocha brown. The other one was like a doo-doo brown, and I was like, oh hell no. It just does not look good with this pink and white. While I was at Michael's, I did pick up some more yarn. I picked up a new pink as well as a new white. We're just gonna have to improvise. So thank goodness we were only just starting with this hat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unravel it up to like the brown part, you know, take that brown part off, and then I'm gonna make it into a hat like this instead, just pink and white. Anyways, yes, I'm going to make pink and white hats instead. And what I did try to do, I try to recreate like this design, but in a light pink and white. But honestly, I don't really like it. Maybe on camera it looks better than what it actually looks like, but I feel like it just looks so, I don't know. Let me show you guys. It just doesn't look as nice. I don't know how, I don't know, like the colors. Let me get a close up. Like it's a very, very, very pale pink, and then the white or this brim is like a, almost like an off-white creamy color, but it just, I don't know, it just doesn't look right. At least not to me. Maybe if I did it with, instead of this really pale pink, if I did it with this, you know, blushy pink, what is this, blush? Soft rose. Maybe if I use this color instead of this light pink, it might look better. And I didn't add any hearts or bows to this one because I was like, don't know, I don't really like it as much. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'll sell it, I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe so. Let's see, what else did I get at Michael's? I got goodie bags. Not goodie bags, but like these bags to put in products. So if people buy a magnet or if they buy one of my keychains, I'll be able to put it in a nice cute Valentine's bag. I bought only 3 packs. Each pack has 6 bags in them. So in total there's 18. And if I do somehow end up running out of this, which, you know, fingers crossed. Let's say yes, we do run out. If we sell out of a bunch of keychains, I still have plain brown paper bags. This is just, you know, for fun. And then when I did go to Michael's yesterday, the Valentine's stuff was half off, or at least I think, was all the Valentine's Day stuff? I think only the Valentine's decorations were half off, which is like crazy to me because it's the 7th. We're still a week away before Valentine's Day, so I don't know why it was all half off. Maybe they're just trying to get rid of it. When I was there was a ton of Christmas stuff there, so maybe they're just trying to roll in new stuff. They already had like Easter and St. Patrick's Day stuff, so maybe that's why all this stuff was on sale. But yeah, instead of each of these being $4, they were half off, so it was about $2 each, I believe. My cookies, which I recorded the process of making them. I stuck all the magnets on them already, on the back of them, which you guys probably saw. Let's see if it focuses. There we go. So I made like these. This is like a raspberry strawberry flavor. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about, those cookies. A chocolate filling one, and then a sugar cookie. And I was gonna buy beads to like make the sprinkles, but I looked at Michael's and the little tiny beads were like $4 or $5 each little pack. So I'm like, I want multiple colors. I'm not gonna spend so much money just to get like a few little beads for each one. You know what I mean? I only made 4 sugar cookies, so that doesn't make any sense. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna take some of the clay, mix it in with acrylic paint before molding it and stuff. So I'm gonna put paint in it, make little sprinkles, bake it, stick it on here. Very easy. I don't have to spend any extra money buying beads, even though I do think the beads will look cute, but yeah, that's what we have there. With these chocolate and raspberry/strawberry cookies, I really like how these turned out. They do look a little plain. I mean, they look like a cookie, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I feel like they need a little more pizzazz. So I was also looking to see if they had any like little bows at Michael's, like already made, just to like stick a bow on it or something. But they didn't have any, so I don't know what I'm gonna put as like decoration. But if anything, I'll just sell them as is. I just think these turn out really cute. And yes, I am being biased. Look, see, here's the magnet. I already stuck it on. I don't know if you guys can see from here, but this table's mat has like magnetic legs. I don't know, I did that motion. But they do have magnetic legs, so I just tested it out here, and they do stay. If I do add any decorations, I don't want to make it too heavy, in the, you know, risking that it'll not stick with a magnet, because it's a rather small magnet. Also, I have to seal them, so I'm gonna use definitely the glossy one for the inside, for the middle, and then the matte spray will be for the actual cookie. I've seen people use resin to make like the middle, but I don't have any resin, and I never used resin before. As for everything else, what else? Am I missing anything? I keep all my prints, I keep all that stuff in these plastic cases, but I already have like all my packaging stuff, my square reader, my prints and stickers, all that stuff are in cases already, so it's ready for me to just grab it, put it in my car. I don't have to like pack anything. It's all already packed, and that's how I keep everything stored. So I keep it all in cases now, so that's easy to just take out and put away. Oh, and I just have to look through my stuff that I already have made, like the pet hats and sets. I like to add these leaves on the top, so I may have to sew some on and make some. I don't think I have them all made already. I just have to look through and see. But yeah, I'm gonna have these sets there as well, so we'll see what we do. I'll show you guys. You guys will know. I don't know yet. You guys watching, you'll know by the end of the video. So, we'll see what I get to do. And with that being said, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Girl, can you tell I was extremely tired in these clips? Anyways, here's how the booth turned out. As usual, I didn't record much during the event, but I always try to get some clips of my table just to get all the details and to show you guys how I organized everything. Here's how the cookies and my keychains turned out. I am very proud of both. I'm really proud of all my work, but yeah, I like seeing how everything looks all together on my table. And here's the table towards the end of the night. Not much of a difference, but you can see that a few of the keychains are gone. My Nerdy Valentine was a success in my books. I did sell slightly more than the booth fee, and there wasn't a huge turnout like other events that I've participated in, but it was still a pretty good turnout. I had lots of fun at this event, and I met some great people here. And the people who coordinated this event aren't even based in Miami. I think this is one of their first events here in Miami. I kind of forgot what they said. I think it is the first, or maybe it's one of the first. I don't know. I will be vending with Cage Kickback again on April 12th. Cage Kickback are the people who coordinated the event. So if you are interested in knowing what I'm up to, or if you want to know more events that they will be hosting, follow me and follow them on Instagram for more updates. Here's a tally of all the items that I sold. I do like to keep tracks of my sales during these events. I made a total of $143 that night, and the table fee was $100. But luckily for me, I didn't have to travel very far, so I didn't really have any travel expenses. Really, the only other expenses that I had were probably breakfast and the fees that I have for my Square reader. Now onto my February favorites. This month I watched Where the Wild Things Are. This is the first time that I watched this movie. I remember watching ads for it when I was little, and I kind of always wanted to watch it, and I finally did get the chance to watch it, and I did enjoy it a lot. It's a very charming movie. I enjoyed the puppetry. I am the type of person who loves puppets, stop motion. I feel when you're a kid, either you love that type of stuff or you're deathly afraid of it. I will say the story did feel a little incomplete in some aspects, but then again, it is a kid's movie. There just feels like there's some things we didn't get to see resolved, especially Max. I feel like his mom should have really beat the crap out of him, taught him a lesson, because boy, that kid is a very bad kid. He got off with a slap on the wrist from his mama. Anyways, it was just a fun movie. This month I also watched Longlegs, and that movie was amazing. I actually do think it's probably one of my favorite movies, maybe of all time, or one of my favorite horror movies, I guess. It definitely felt more like a mystery than a scary movie. I mean, it's definitely a horror movie, don't get me wrong, but I remember when they were having ads out for the movie, they made it out to be like the scariest movie in the entire world, which it wasn't. It was pretty good. Definitely recommend it, and I'll probably add it to my list of movies that I'll watch over and over again. Now, 2 songs that I had on repeat in February were Revolving Doors by Gorillaz. I'm a huge Gorillaz fan. I love a lot of their older stuff as well as their newer stuff, and this is the first time that I heard Revolving Doors, and after that, girl, let me tell you, I probably listen to that song 100 times every single day of my life now. The second song that I had on repeat was Psycho Killer by Talking Heads. Now, this is the first time I ever hear about these people. I have no idea what other discography they have. I don't think I've ever listened to anything else they've had. But I did hear this song in a TikTok edit of Ghostface, and yeah, I've been playing it ever since then. It was a really good edit too. Okay, it was a really good edit. And I think that's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you were able to make it all the way through, I know this video came out really late. It's like the end of March basically. And I will be skipping an art vlog for the month of March, but I'll make a vlog for April. Like I said, I do have an event on April 12th, guys. April 12th. Mark that on your calendars in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Okay, South Florida. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.